who created this whole construct? I mean, why did they create it like this?
That goes into who created it. A lot of people think it's a single being, God, right? But this goes into as above, so below, as within, so without. This is reflected by, you think about 12 months, 12 cycles, supposed to be 13 cycles, 13 months originally, 13 beings. That's what I've accessed so far. Yeah. So it's like not 13 that have created realms, but in terms of the overall construct at large, you're talking about the creation of let's just call this the earthly realm construct that contains all those realms. Who created that is not necessarily a singular being. It's been a combined collaborative between 13.
The numbers 12 and 13 are used interchangeably because the original number surrounding this realm is 13. However, the world has been distorted to emphasize 12, subtly throwing people off. That's why he keeps saying 12/13. While it's meant to be 13, most people only recognize 12, and he's trying to clarify the truth. If you really dig deep, you'll see they've hidden it in plain sight. Think about it. 13 months of 28 days each equals 364 days, almost a perfect year. But they pushed a 12-month system instead. It's all right there, staring us in the face. Coincidence? Or is something bigger at play? Makes you wonder what else they've been keeping from us.
Riddled with distortion in order to control individuals here. Limit the information, limit the truth, so therefore they are constantly in fear. And that's the number one way to have dominion over a soul is fear. You have total control over their self-expression, what they desire to do, and you limit them in a box. Information, for instance, you could be speaking the most divine truth of all things, but if people aren't in the consciousness, that state for receiving it, it's never going to be heard. So the simple fact that it's even being heard is showing you that the vast level of individuals within this realm, humanity, is waking up to exactly what I just said, to the great reveal of everything and remembering who they are.
Do you have a sense that this was just one being that created this, or was it a collective experience of creation?
A lot of people think that there was a singular being that created this place. What they say is God. That's not true. There are 12, you could say, beings that collectively created the construct game that we experience. And each one of these 12 beings have created each one of the realms, realm 12, 11, all the way down to 1. Each one of them has created a realm. And this is where you'll get into the zodiac symbols as well. So the constellations, everything is connected to 12, the gates, the certain lineage of 12 different beings. 12 beings created this, 12 different cycles, 12, etc., constellations, zodiacs. You see, the 13.
Multiple beings have created this. When you look into the cycles of events and time here, it's supposed to be based off 13. They've taken the 13th out, the 13th month. It's all based around 13. And like I said before, this realm is a reflection of as above, so below, as within, so without. So 13 beings, right? But people think that this one creation was created by a singular God, right? But this was a collaborative creation by 13.
The earthly realm is the center of all creation within the construct only, because there are other places outside of the construct, other constructs, etc., like on God's shelves. But for this one in particular, realm 1 is the center of it all. This is where you get all the histories here too. You get all the history from the fall, the heaven on earth, all of the races here, because it was all here in realm 1. And then, because at a point in time, everything did come here. This is where you get the reset, the flood, etc. So this is also where you get the DNA, or what people call the double helix DNA, or supposed to be 12, originally 13 strands of DNA, because the physical bodies are perfectly designed off of the construct, the 13. This is where the bodies have been so distorted and shut off because our true capacity is to access all this information very naturally and very effectively. And it was part of the old information as well. This is where you get the chakra system, 12 stargates, etc. It's even shown to you in as simple as a clock. The clock is also mirrored off of the construct as well, the 12, 13 realms. Now we have 12 realms. Now the 13th, you would say, is the hidden. It's a hidden thing. This is also where that you go into the Egypt and Atlantis time, where it's the hidden. It's the 13th realm is a hidden realm, but it's always been here and it's always been present. So when you draw a clock or you go to a clock and you go 12 and 1, okay? When you circle 12 and 1, it's 13. You circle 11 and 2, it's 13. 10 and 3, that's 13. 9 and 4, well, that's 13. It's understanding that all of it from the very clock, from the very construct with the 12, the 13, the very thing with the 13 DNA strand within the brain, all of it is, we're multidimensional beings. All of it is always, the foundation of this construct is always present. It's all mirrored. When you look at the structure of what I said before, as above, so below, as within, so without, the 13-strand DNA or 12-strand DNA, there are 12, 13 beings co-collaborating, creating this, or have created it. Just like on the other side, you have a collection of souls that create something, one soul that creates something. That's what I was shown. So what people call God are a more than one beings that have created this experience.
We're not here to shake your world, just to help you see it from a new angle. If you still choose to call God, that's perfectly fine. The point of this understanding isn't to take anything away from you, but to give you back your power, to help you realize that you are in control of your life. In the end, you are the one who judges yourself. This message is for those who are ready to reclaim their power,